my past videos, I've been talking about resetting my life for 2023 and determined to figure out the quote-unquote perfect routine to better my habits in the new year. Although this routine will never be perfect, I'm trying to develop good habits. After scrolling through Pinterest for hours and trying to figure out what would work, this is what I came up with. Step 1. Get up early. For someone like me, I strive off of waking up early so that I have time to do things before having to start my day. Although I shouldn't go on my phone right when I wake up, I fail most of the time. There are sometimes I actually do a good job at this, but today was not one of those days. Step 2 is to read. I like to read for at least 10 minutes in the morning to start my day off being productive. Reading allows me to clear my mind and better myself, so I like to dedicate a few minutes a day to this every day. Step 3. Make my bed. As some of you know, I love making my bed the second I get up. I feel like having my bed made allows me to strive throughout the day because I feel productive and organized right when I wake up. I know it may not make sense, but I promise it does change how the rest of my day goes, even though it is based off of a mindset. Step 4. Brush teeth and do skincare. I don't think I have to say much for brushing my teeth as it is something I was just taught to do from the start, but I will say doing it the second I start getting ready does make me feel better. Next we have skincare. Skincare is something I implemented into my routine because it makes me feel at my best. Recently I have been using an ice roller and a gua sha, and after a few weeks I have noticed a big difference. Ultimately in this routine I am trying to get myself used to doing things that will better myself and make me feel good inside and out, and this is one of them. Step 5. Journal and make a to-do list. This is something that makes me notice everything my mind is thinking and sets me up for a successful day. Some examples about what I would journal about are: how do I feel, what do I want to change this week, what am I proud of myself for, and more things like that. Planning and organizing my days are two things that have changed the structure on how my days end up going. Step 6. Answer emails and finish up on editing. I like to do this in the morning because it is when I have the most energy and can put my all into what I am doing. Step 7. Hydrate. It has come to my attention that it isn't the best to drink coffee right when I wake up, so I am trying to drink water within the first few hours of waking up so I am able to wake up naturally before having coffee. Step 8. Meditate. Now I'm not going to lie, I don't like meditation. However, I know it is something that is good for my body, so I am trying to get more into it and focus on my breathing. Step 9. Tidy up my apartment. Like I said before, working in an organized and clean space is something that helps me focus and perform my best. Although I do try to clean up at night, sometimes this just doesn't happen, so doing it in the morning before starting work really does benefit my performance. Step 10. Make coffee and eat breakfast. Breakfast is something that is sometimes hard for me to eat because I'm not always hungry in the mornings. However, I know it is important, so even if it's something little, I try my best to always eat breakfast. Today I had coffee and toast and it was really good. Step 11. Go to the gym. Working out is something that helps me relieve stress, so I like to go to the gym for about an hour before starting my day. Next, I shower and get ready for my day. I just took a shower and just did my hair. Thankfully, it didn't get too messed up. Now, I am going to get ready for work. So, if you don't know, I am actually an accountant and we're in busy season right now. I work for a corporate Big 4 company, and let me tell you, this is crazy. I have never been in such a crazy time, but it definitely is an experience. The reasoning as to why I like to wake up so early is because I feel like the more I wake up early, the better adapted to the day I will be. Also, I broke my foundation, so if it looks a little weird, that's why. Just keep in mind, this is not how I would usually put on foundation. It's just my product thing kind of broke here, so this is what we're working with right now. But I know I mentioned this in the beginning of the video, but I didn't like talk to you guys like face on face. I did a voiceover. So basically what I wanted to talk about was time management, why I wake up so early, and if I do do think it's beneficial. Basically, the reasoning as to why I wake up early is because the more and more I train myself to wake up early, the better adapted I am to getting up and just getting my day started. The reason that I like it a lot is because I have so much time in the day to then do what I want to do. And what I mean by this is, usually, I'm not going to lie, I would wake up right away in like September and just wake up at like 8:59 when I had to work from home and just literally roll over and go to work on my computer. But that is because I wasn't in a routine. I was going through some things and I didn't have my priorities in the right spot. So basically, I just decided to do the things I needed to do and then kind of just like sleep the rest off because I didn't really know how to cope with what I was going through, and I'm still going through it, but I figured out how to cope more, and I am just trying to stay in a routine, get back into one, and make sure I am actually devoted to staying in one. And you know, it's a new year, so I am really trying my best to stick to this and to get to my goals by a certain time. The thing I wanted to talk about, since this is like a new year kind of video, is that I found that when I set goals for myself and when I allow myself to actually stick to them and have like a due date on when I want to meet that goal, I am so much more productive into getting those things done. So that is what I've been doing recently, and one of my goals for 2023 was just to get back into a routine and make sure that I stay in it. So that's what I'm doing now, and I just think that waking up at 3 a.m. gives me so much time throughout the day that I wouldn't have because of my job if I did wake up a little later. As you guys saw, I did everything that's really important to me in the morning, and some of those things like going to the gym and everything could be done at a different time, but I just think that because of my job right now, it's really hard to get those done at a certain time, so doing them in the morning just works out best for me. The next thing I wanted to talk about in this video was my real goals for 2023. I made videos talking about like some of my goals and stuff like that, but I didn't go into detail on it, and I want to do that because in 2024 I want to react to the questions I am going to ask myself in this video, and I thought that while I'm getting ready I can just talk about those things. Since this is a routine type of video, I want to make sure that I am on the right path to getting those goals done. First thing on my list is about work. Basically, my goals for work are very different, and I can't really say a lot of them on here just because they're really personal. And when I say work, I'm talking about my accounting job. Now, my goals for YouTube are something I am really going to push myself to make happen. Number one, I would be honored to reach 100,000 subscribers. Basically, for me, it is not about the numbers. I love the community that we have here. I love being able to talk to you all. I love being able to chat in the comments, and I love just being able to document my life and look back on it whenever I want. And that is something that I will stress so much. If you are someone who wants to pursue that and is just a little nervous, here's your sign to just do it, because let me tell you, having your life documented and being able to just look back on your channel or pictures or whatever it may be, it is amazing, and it is something that I would recommend no matter what. Even if you don't actually post the content, just having those things to look back on is so nice. So for me, reaching 100,000 subscribers isn't about the number. Of course, it's a very big milestone, and I'm so grateful for where I am now, but it's always been like a very young dream of mine to be able to reach that. And I didn't even think that I would have 31,000 subscribers, and when I started posting, it was just because I loved posting, and that's honestly why I still do it. I love documenting my life, and I love that I have a community that watches my videos, and I want to thank all of you guys right now because I wouldn't be where I am today without you guys, and it doesn't go unnoticed, and I am honestly so grateful. And I just think that pushing myself and pushing out really good quality content will allow me to continue to grow and be able to reach one of my dreams. But like I said, it's not about the numbers, it's being able to interact with all you guys and doing the things that I love, and I'm so happy that you guys love watching them. So that's my first goal. My second goal for YouTube is to double my income right now, just because I would really love to be able to do this full time. My next goal kind of comes from that, but it is literally all about just focusing on quality content instead of quantity. Now, I'm still going to be posting frequently. That's not me saying, oh, I'm not going to post. Like, I'm going to post a lot, but I'm not going to post videos that I'm not 100% proud of, because whenever I post those videos that I'm not 100% proud of, I get into like a very negative mindset. And personally, I feel like when I get into that type of mindset, I'm just attracting bad energy into my content, and I don't want thought to do that ever. Something I wanted to talk about before I continue is I was watching Fernanda Ramirez's Level Up for 2023 video, and she talked about how if you have bad energy going into something, you're going to attract it with what you're doing. I think in her example, she was talking about food, and I'll link her video down below because it was so inspiring to me. But she was talking about food, and she was talking about how if someone has bad energy while cooking your food, like at a restaurant, it's going to go into your food. So something that I got from what she was saying was the more and more we can push ourselves to have positive energy while doing certain things, the positive outcome will be, because you have no doubt. So basically what I wanted to say is I don't want to post something that I'm not happy with, because then there's that kind of like not the best of energy in it. But when I post a video and I smile at the end of it and I'm proud of something I created, then there's positive energy in it and it will come across as a more positive video. That's not to say I never have downfalls, because I do all the time and I don't want to portray it as I don't, but that's just something I'm going to work on in 2023. Next thing is mind and body. I kind of kept this off the internet for a little bit just because it was something I was going through personally, but I'm going through something with my PCOS right now. If you don't know, I do have PCOS. It's kind of hard to explain what that is because it's different for everybody, but it's something that I have to get under control for my health reasons, and I'm just trying to figure out a way that I can do that, and it's been really hard on me since September, and I didn't really want to talk about it, but it is one of my goals, so that's why I'm saying it in this video. Basically, I'm just focusing a lot on how I could better myself and how I can make sure that my physical and inside emotions are okay and better them for 2023. The next thing I want to do really well on is I want to be able to learn a work-life balance. So basically what I mean by this is, yes, I have to obviously be at work at certain times, but I want to be able to kind of understand that not everything 24/7 has to be about work. And when I'm talking about work, I'm talking about my accounting job. Like I said, if you don't know, I'm an accountant and I work at a Big 4 company, and it's been quite a transition, so I'm still trying to get accustomed to that transition and get into the right headspace to be able to have time to do the things I also want to do while still working and putting my accounting job in a high priority. It's been hard. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, the transition's been so easy, because it has not been. There has literally been days where I didn't know what to do with everything going on and I just cried myself to sleep. And I'm just telling you guys that because I want you to know that it's not always great, and I know that sometimes when you portray something on the internet, it could look great, but for me personally, and I know for a lot of others, it's not. So I just want to be real with you guys and tell you guys that. So I think just trying to figure out a good work-life balance will really help me and allow me to go out with my friends and just have a good time while still working, and learning that balance will really help me. The next goal I have for myself is with friends and family. So I just want to be able to, again, be able to hang out with my friends and family more and just make time, and again, find that balance between my accounting job and being able to do things. So that kind of falls into the work category, but it's still like something I want to be able to do. My next category is travel. I want to be able to travel more this year. I am someone who wants to travel the world, and I think why not do it young? So I'm 22 right now. I would love to travel a lot this year and just see new places and kind of just experience new things. I want to make it a goal of mine to at least travel to 3 places this year. I'm actually going to Mexico in June, and I'm so excited. I've never been to Mexico before. I'm going to Cancun, and I think it's going to be so beautiful, so nice, and I'm really, really excited. Now I'm going to ask myself the questions that I want to reflect on in 2024. So number 1, did we reach 100,000 subscribers? Number 2, did we learn that work-life balance? Number 3, did you figure out your PCOS journey and did it get better, and did you open up about it like you wanted to? Number 4, are you in a better emotional place and is your health better? Number 5, how many places did you travel to? And number 6, how are you doing? Are you doing better than how I am right now? Those are the 6 questions I'm going to work on, and I'm also going to kind of reflect on what I did in my routine to make myself get to that place when I do get there. Again, it is all about positivity. It is all about those positive emotions that you need to attract, and of course put the work in, but attracting them will allow them to come a lot faster. Speaking about work, I actually have to go to my job now because, like I said, it's busy season and there's a lot of things we need to do. It's 8:30 right now. I'm going to log on a little earlier and just get some things done that I have to get done. I do want to put out there right now that of course I don't always wake up at 3 a.m. There is going to be days where I need that time off, and I just want to put out there that that's okay. Having that time off is completely okay, and it's important also to be able to allow yourself to sleep in and stuff like that, and there is definitely days where I am going to do that. With all that being said, basically just remember that yes, I wake up at 3 a.m. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5, and other times it's literally 5 seconds before I have to go to work when I do work from home. So just remember that we are human. It's okay to take a rest day, and when you do actually relax and listen to your body, the benefit of it can actually help you out more. With all that being said, I'm gonna go to work now and just kind of start my day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will have a night routine coming soon, and I'll see you really soon in my next video. Bye guys.